Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Akuma's Dojo. We are live in our home, Boston, Massachusetts, the TD Garden, and the AD Universe is making their voices heard. My name is Tyler Scales, your voice of the Akuma's Dojo. Tonight, we will be preparing our final match, our main event, the qualifying Women's Championship match, our final one for Episode 9. And it is time to go over our match card for Episode 7. Tonight's kickoff match will be Lene Sinclair and Jaya Lee going one-on-one. These two women have already entered the Women's Championship match for Episode 8. But before this match begins, Lene Sinclair has a few words to say for Jaya Lee. So before that match begins, we hear from her, right after our match card announcements. And our second match is a Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship #1 contenders match. We have Big Guinness on the left, who beat Julio Bates Jr. in the last episode in the Battle of the Titans. And right next to him is Silas Simeon, the Living Sculpture, defeated Jared Raymond to get into this match. And next to him is Isaac Payne, the runner-up of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament match, and Scott Ryan. These four tonight will be facing off in a Fatal 4-Way elimination match to determine the #1 contender for Ryo Tatsukazu's Intercontinental belt. So let's see who can win this match. This is going to be a freaking war, I will tell you that. And our main event will be the final qualifying match for the Women's Championship. We have Jaya Lee, Lene Sinclair, and a surprise entrant already in the match. The winner tonight will be joining them in Episode 8. We have Nora North on the left, Hilzuni in the middle, and bare knuckle champion Jeanette Kane making her official professional wrestling debut here tonight in the Akuma's Dojo. Now let's hear from Lene Sinclair. Wow, Lene Sinclair warning Jaya Lee of what's about to happen in this match. And speaking of which, here comes Queen Bee, Lene Sinclair. Lene Sinclair last week in Episode 6 defeated both Elle Pogolov and Rebecca Evans in a three-way eliminations match to get into that Women's Championship match. And as Lene said, Jaya did only beat one person in a one-on-one match to get into that championship match, and obviously Lene, I think she's saying that Jaya doesn't really deserve to be in that spot. But these two women tonight have a one-on-one match of their own, and Lene Sinclair looks to make a name for herself and teach Jaya Lee a lesson for her fans in Belvedere. I think I said that right? Please don't get on me, Lene. Please don't. And here comes her opponent, Jaya Lee. And the crowd is happy to see her once again, and they really seem very happy to see her in another match tonight. And even though after everything Lene said, Jaya just seems still very happy and very excited to be here in front of her fans tonight. As Lene said, Jaya Lee is a big favorite here in the Akuma's Dojo, and especially for the fans. I think Jaya actually, from what I know, has a Reddit page. And actually, she talks a lot to her AD fans, so that's very kind of her to do that. Jaya Lee, she does look ready for battle. not even harmed by anything Lene said to her earlier just now in that promo. But enough talk. It's time for war. Here we go. The referee rings the bell. Lene Sinclair with a headlock here. Nice takedown, immediately taking down Jaya. Ooh. A little bit disrespectful punch right there to the face. Quick stomp there to the stomach. But Jaya Lee pushes her into the ropes. Ref gonna break it up. And Lene had a bit of an ugly look on her face. We couldn't see it from this camera angle. But in the rules, you're not really supposed to do something like that. Quick DDT though from Lene. She's very quick, Lene Sinclair. She has that amateur style wrestling profile before joining here in the Akuma's dojo. Ooh, knee sink right there from Lene. Jaya quick up to her feet from that. Just wearing her down a little bit so the momentum on Lene's favor can go in Jaya's way. And both women try to go for a strike. I think Jaya got more in that situation. But Jaya Lee cannot capitalize on that. Now Lene Sinclair going for a suplex, but wait a minute. Jaya Lee with a beautiful counter. And now in the corner, Lene's in a lot of trouble. Jaya Lee putting her in the tree of woe position. Oh! Double knees to the chest. And Lene. And oh, Jaya Lee playing her face first to the match. Into the mat, excuse me. And doing it once again. Jaya Lee taking some frustration here. But Lene with a beautiful counter. Nice little arm drag. And oh, Lene Sinclair is going to return the favor. As she said, cave her face into the mat. But Jaya Lee immediately kicked out as she went for a pin. This quick little headbutt. Jaya Lee, beautiful counter. And a nice enziguri. Caught Lene right in the head with that perfect enziguri. That was beautiful to see. And a nice little powerbomb from the corner. And Sinclair now in trouble. Jaya Lee, no, beautiful counter from Lene. Clothesline, stomping her. Lene looks a little frustrated. And now it's got her in a hold here. Scissors, body scissors to be exact. Jaya Lee in a lot of trouble, struggling to get out of this. Lene cut a lot of stamina, it seems, from Jaya. What's she gonna do here? Gonna work on other parts of the body here. Not gonna work on the legs. Ooh, just driving her knees straight down into the mat. And what's Lene got here? Picks her up. Nice suplex, but no, she's not done there. Let's go for a back suplex now. Very nice combination of moves. Very beautiful by Lene Sinclair. Going for the pin. One. Only a 1 count though. Jaya immediately kicking out. Showing she's got a lot more fight in her. Lene calling Jaya to her feet. Let's go for her finisher. We saw this. No. Jaya Lee countering with elbows right to the head. But Lene Sinclair recovering quick. And a nice quick little DDT. Jaya Lee though. Another counter with a quick takedown. Those are off the ropes. She got planned here. Beautiful elbow. And now going for another pin here. Let's do it. Not even a, well, close to a 1 count, but it wasn't a 1. Lene immediately kicked out. Now picks her up, but Lene quickly, with a quick reaction, throws Jaya into the corner and with double knees of her own. Stomping on her arm. Picking Jaya up, but Jaya with a quick reaction of her own. Nice little jawbreaker. Look at this. Nice bulldog. Vintage bulldog. And now wait a minute. Is Jaya Lee going for her finisher, the Chaos Splash? Will she hit it? Yes, she does. I think it's the Emerald Splash. Excuse me. 1, 2. No! Lene kicking out her undefeated streak. in the Akuma's dojo almost ended. Now Jaya back to the top rope, going for a simple splash, but no, Lene countered it, but Jaya kicked up and stopped her momentum, leaning right on her foot. That's gotta hurt a lot. Lene though with an uppercut, countering, but Jaya fighting back. She has all the men in her favor right now. Ooh! Lene was on the apron there, had a lot of trouble going for it, belly to belly, but no. What a biotic elbow from Jaya Lee, taking down on the ropes. As Jaya got now, driving her knee right in the spine, right in the upper back area. And Lene's just taunting Jaya now. Lene Sinclair, very sassy. You can see in that promo that she's just one of those. Oh, this is one of those people, you know, one of those formal type people who just grew up in a big, rich place. Oh, wait a minute. Jaya Lee on the outside of Flapjack. Lene did not see it coming. And Jaya throws her back into the ring. Just to remind everyone here that these two women tonight are trying to get a win over each other in preparation for next week's Women's Championship match on episode 8. I know in the beginning I said episode 9, so I made a mistake there. We all do. Wait a minute. Jaya Lee going for the Chaos Emerald Splash and getting those wrong. 1, 2. No! Lene kicked out again and Jaya can't believe it. I'm in disbelief. Lene Sinclair showing her resiliency to the AD universe. But Jaya Lee does not want to get frustrated. She's immediately getting back to what she wants to do, hyping up the crowd, making them excited. Oh, what a beautiful counter by Lene though. Jaya stunned, going for another belly to belly, but no, Jaya sees it coming. Now what's this? Got her up. What strength by Jaya, but no! Lene Sinclair with the beautiful counter, chopping down her legs. Jaya Lee, quick kick there. Oh my God! What a kick to that back of the head! And a nice little kick there, a little bit of style from Jaya Lee. But Lene with the knee of her own. Wait a minute, Jaya Lee getting to her feet. Oh! What is this? This is her finisher. That's the move that made her win the match last week in the 3-way. That's her finisher right there for sure. Lene Sinclair. Is she gonna do it? Will the Queen of Belvedere win this match against Jaya Lee? Oh my God, no she didn't. Jaya Lee with a beautiful counter. Excuse me, kicking out. I'm just so excited. I'm making a lot of mistakes on commentary. Excuse me. They're going for a shuriken, but no, Jaya Lee elbows to the head again. Now what is this? Jaya Lee, shades of Jason Wolf and shades of William Regal with that cutter. Lene Sinclair is stunned from that big kick. Oh, nice neck breaker. Now Jaya Lee transitioning into a nice moonsault. 1, 2, and that's it. Jaya Lee with that beautiful move defeats Lene Sinclair. What a win for Jaya Lee. An amazing match in both these women. Jaya Lee getting the upper hand tonight against Lene Sinclair in preparation for their biggest matches of their career in the Women's Championship match. Look at that, the Emerald Splash. From Jaya Lee, I would like to apologize for her for calling it the Chaos Splash. Getting it mixed up with Sonic the Hedgehog a little bit, but nonetheless, Jaya Lee getting the win over Lene Sinclair. And she looks happy, but she looks more determined. Wait a minute, Lene Sinclair talking trash after the match. Oh, come on with this. You lost, just take it. Just take it. A loss is a loss. We've had so many in our career. Come on, Lene Sinclair. Jaya Lee, big win tonight. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the big boys to come into play. It's a fatal 4-way elimination match. The winner, as I said before in the match card announcements, will have a shot at Ryo Tatsukazu's Intercontinental Championship. And as we heard earlier from his manager, Eiji Megumi, one of the biggest, big name in Japan. I'm surprised Ryo didn't know him, but Eiji Megumi is a manager for a lot of superstars over in Japan, a lot of the foreign competitors. And from what I know, Eiji's stars that he's managed have had big success. But let's not talk about him right now. Well, before that, Ryo does have a big match next week against a surprise that Eiji set up for him. But now, let's talk about the living sculpture right here, Silas Simeon, the golden boy, the golden star of the Akuma's Dojo, in this fatal 4-way match. On our first episode with commentary with yours truly, Silas Simeon defeated Jared Raymond in the first match. It was a really good match, and Silas showed his strength to everyone, and he made a name for himself. Not only that, Silas is one of the youngest stars here in the Akuma's Dojo. He's only 20 years old, and he's already had a big shot hit on this fatal 4-way. He's got some tough competition this time, much more tough competition. Silas just seems ready for the challenge that awaits him. Coming down the ring now is Isaac Payne, a former U.S. veteran turned professional wrestler. Isaac seems very excited to be back here in the Akuma's Dojo. And he seems he looks poised and ready for this opportunity that he has been given tonight. Isaac Payne, if anyone doesn't know, is the man that Ryo Tatsukazu actually defeated to win the Intercontinental belt from in the tournament. He had an Intercontinental Championship tournament for that belt. It was for 8 men in that tournament, similar to the Superstars tournament that Malcolm Quinn won. The finals in that Intercontinental tournament were Isaac Payne and Ryo Tatsukazu. Isaac was very heartbroken to have lost that match, but tonight he has the opportunity to get revenge on Ryo in this fatal 4-way. Can he get through these 3 men? These 3 are very tough. But Isaac, he's had a lot of challenges in his life before. Can he make it up here? The AD Universe gets to their feet because McGuinness is now making his way to the ring. It's this menacing walk into the ring, this warrior just ready for battle. McGuinness last episode defeated Julio Bass Jr. to get into this match with his finisher, the Pit of Hades, defeating Julio Bass Jr. That was a hell of a match, a hell of a main event, but now McGuinness has a shot here to get gold around his waist. This is a man that's coated with honor and battle. He's had many wars with some of the best. Now McGuinness has a heck of a challenge here. I don't think he's had a multi-man match in quite some time, but here he is, McGuinness, ready for war and ready for battle. And now coming down the ring is this goddamn maniac, Scott Ryan. Oh man, this guy gives me the chills when I last saw him. My god, look at his teeth! Look at his eyes and his hair! I don't know what happened to this guy, man. I remember watching him back in FBW. He was in a battle royale. A lot of people were talking about him signing with the company. He seemed really good. And then he comes to the Akuma's dojo taking on Jason Wolf of all people. He seemed normal, but I don't know what happened to him. Now he looks like this guy who just came from an alleyway. Look at this, just stab you. Look at the energy he just gives. I don't know what we call it. Just crazy is all. Well, here is Scott Ryan. He had a big win in a steel cage match to get into this number one contenders match. But now it's time for four of these men to go to war together. And man, this is going to be insane, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. A lot of chaos is about to happen. Ref rings the bell. Oh man, you just see it right there. A kick from Isaac and a shoulder block. Oh man, those two behemoths are going to get each other. Silas with the upper hand here. There's those concepts, those haymakers right to the head of McGinnis. McGinnis. Look at this. Scott Ryan on the outside with the inverted suplex. Exploder from McGinnis in the ring. Silas tonight is taking on a veteran in the ring. I don't think McGinnis has even taken a break from battle. Ooh, nice follow-away slam from Silas Simeon. Scott Ryan on the outside, no beautiful counters from both McGinnis and Isaac Payne. A lot of action on both the outside and inside. Double axe handle for McGinnis. A neck breaker from Isaac Payne on the outside. And just to clarify, to remind everyone that this is an elimination match. So when a superstar is pinned for the 3 count, that will be it for them. Look at this. Oh my god! Quick suplex from Isaac Payne. A quick dropper. Scott Ryan on the outside. That's what I heard a lot. Silas just back to those strikes to the head. Scott Ryan with a nice neck breaker. But Silas goes for the pin here. Only a 1 count. Again, it's not even close to being finished. On the outside here, Scott Ryan throws Isaac back in the ring. Big boot from McGinnis does not drop Silas. And Scott Ryan gets caught in the crossfires and just gets a bad, terrible clothesline. He's going to be feeling for weeks. Isaac Payne and Scott Ryan are now in the ring fighting, while Silas Simeon and McGinnis are outside. And just a reminder too that this match is also in preparation. It's also a preview for next week's Women's Championship match. That match will also be a Fatal 4-Way elimination match. Let's get back into the action here. Scott Ryan just hit a beautiful brainbuster onto Isaac Payne. McGinnis and Silas just giving each other just strikes, counters. It's like he's shooting each other in the back of the head. Oh god, Silas, it could have been a lot of trouble there. Now goes at the ring. That's gotta hurt. McGinnis got here. Nice senton. But now McGinnis, with a follow-away slam onto Isaac. Simple, but not do the damn. Oh, what a kick by McGinnis too. But Isaac fighting back. Shoulder blocks. So Scott Ryan tried to go for a strike, sneaky, but did miss. And a nice DDT onto the corner. What is this now? Oh, a fireman's carry into a discus punch. Oh god, Silas. Oh my god, just dropped him on his head. On the back of his head. Oh, and that's it. Isaac Payne's already out from that punch. Wow, it just knocked him out. Very impressive from Scott Ryan. So now it's a triple threat with Silas Simeon, Scott Ryan, and McGinnis. And you just see Silas just threw him like a pile of trash. My goodness, this is what Silas does. He comes to that ring and he looks to just disrespect you. Oh, what a backbreaker. And you see that? He wants to throw you around. The strength of this man. He even did it to McGinnis. But you know McGinnis will not take that lightly. Counters. But Silas, not even dazed, fights back. A nice belly to belly. Try to go for a clothesline, but Scott Ryan is just quicker. But Silas again with the counter. Tries to go for a clothesline again, but this time Scott Ryan ducked out of the way. Now he's fighting back here. Quick elbows, these quick elbows. Silas can't catch him in time. But he does counter with the knee. But Scott Ryan is just too quick for him. Both men just trading back and forth, and McGinnis has enough of it. He wants some action himself. He wants to get into this fight. And look at those just haymakers to the body. Enough to stun Silas and throw him out the ring. What is this now? Scott Ryan throws him out the corner. A beautiful shotgun drop kick. McGinnis looks stunned. Never mind, that was very wrong. McGinnis is not even dazed. Oh man, just a heavy strike. Oh my god, and a beautiful spine buster. And wait a minute, I think McGinnis is calling for his finisher. Got him up. Scott Ryan's in a world of trouble. The Pit of Hades, and he's busted wide open. The Pit of Hades for McGinnis. Does not go for the pin. He's not done with him. But that was a very big mistake for McGinnis. Got too cocky, and Silas just drops on the back of it. But what? You gotta be kidding me. You mean to tell me after that big move, you get dropped on the back of your head and you get up immediately? What is this man made of? What is he made of? What is Silas Simeon made of? Jesus, these guys are just inhuman. Look at the strength on Silas. Just picked him up from the ground. Oh yeah, get a replay of this, please. Look at the strength of Silas Simeon. That is incredible. Oh, and Scott Ryan, just what a slime ball, just taking the pin from him. 1, 2. He kicked out of that. And Silas looks in disbelief. He can't believe it. He's gonna go for it again. I think he tried to, but he couldn't get him up in time. He just collapsed. I hope he's okay. Scott Ryan now, brainbuster on the McGinnis. Now what is this? No, nothing. It's Scott Ryan with a beautiful counter that transitioned to a bulldog. Going for the cover. Ref a little late on that. Once, not a lot of room. He had to count the pin onto Silas' chest. Well, count's a count. You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, McGinnis does not look happy. He will not even let Scott Ryan hit his preparing move, and he's getting cocky again. Might be a bad move. What is Silas doing? He's going to his feet, but McGinnis is going to pick him up. What's he got to do? An axe handle from the top rope into the outside. Silas cannot connect, however, but he quickly recovers with a nice drop kick on Silas, and McGinnis is busted open now. Scott Ryan, nice elbow on the leg. All three men on the outside going to war here. Heavy shots from Silas, and Scott Ryan stunned. Ooh, just drops the back of his head onto the outside. And to ensure the safety of all of our competitors here, we have an outside mat, no concrete needed. Nice stalling suplex on the outside. Silas back in the ring. He wants McGinnis. He wants a piece of him one-on-one. Got him in a fireman's carry again. Ooh! And Silas Simeon gonna show off. And once again, these shots to the head, just pummeling him, just straight to death. My God! Now Silas with these clotheslines, each one dropping McGinnis in a nice, then one final clothesline. Oh, well, he shots from Scott Ryan. Oh my God! Look at this, Jesus! Just constant elbows into the headbutt, all those attacks. Now one final one here. Scott Ryan with a drop kick, and now all three men are busted wide open. That drop kick was insane. McGinnis not going to steal a pin from Scott Ryan. 1, 2. That's it for Silas Simeon. That drop kick took him down. Elbow from Scott Ryan. Got him in the fireman's carry here, but no. McGinnis a beautiful counter. Wait a minute. He's got him up. Boom! The Pit of Hades onto Scott Ryan. He is knocked out cold. That's all she wrote. 1, 2, and that is it. McGinnis is the new #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. What a match! My God! Look at that move from Silas. Just dropped him on the back of his head. But did you see McGinnis though? What? It was insane. Look at this. That was the second time he did it. He got immediately back up. The cameraman did not show the replay. And then you see Silas with this beautiful strength. But that was not enough. The blood draining down the head of McGinnis. It was enough for him to get the win. 2 pits of Hades onto Scott Ryan. But Guinness, he is making a name here in the Akuma's dojo. He is here to win gold, and he is here for the battle. But now it is time for our main event. The final 3-way women's match. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for our main event. It is a 3-way elimination match, similar to last week. Now, coming down to the ring first, it is the Egyptian ballerina Hilzuni. Now, Hilzuni, earlier in her life as a child, she grew up as a ballerina dancer. And in that culture in Egypt, that must have been very, very exciting. She called it an important part of her life. But now she's here she wants to try out something new, and she has now been signed to the Akuma's dojo. Got a hell of an opportunity here to enter that championship match for next week, for next episode. And let's see how she does tonight. But now it is time for our next competitor to come out. Coming down the ring now is Noah North. Noah North, originally, she was born in Canada, but earlier in her life, when she grew up as a teenager, she moved to Japan, learned the language, and she told me she's a huge fan of anime, she's a huge fan of video games. And now she's here in the Akuma's dojo to bring that battle into reality. Noah North, a lot of fans, we've seen her before. She was in a team called Windstrike, and that team was very hyped to watch. A lot of people really enjoyed seeing her especially. And now she has a huge opportunity in this 3-way. Can she get the win, and can she get into that fatal 4-way match? Let's find out. And finally, coming down to the ring is the bare knuckle champion down in over in London, England, Janet King. I'm telling you, I watched footage of these bare knuckle fights. Oh my god, I nearly threw up watching it, but I gotta be honest, I did kind of enjoy it, especially watching Janet King. I feel bad for these two women, Noah North and Hilzuni, because this woman shows no mercy, and she will not hesitate to break her face. And now all 3 women are now in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event. Hilzuni, Noah North, Janet King. Here we go, the ref rings the bell, and our main event begins. Janet King started off right, a quick knee to the face. Hilzuni already stunned. However, Noah North with a nice side slam onto Janet. As I said before, Janet King, she's made a name for herself over in England, where there was there was a league known as the Bare Knuckle League. 2 years ago, it started, and they made a hell of a name for themselves over there with those fights. It got very viral. Adam Wolf managed to have to sign one of them to a contract, and none other than the champion over down there, Janet King. Now those bare knuckle fights, they had intergender matches, something that we hopefully, Adam hopes to talk with 2K Industries about having here soon. We would love to have that. But now back to the match. Hilzuni just hit a nice drop kick into Noah North, and oh my God, Janet King just go for a side slam, but just dropped her just in the middle of it. It could have been very dangerous for Noah North, but I don't think Janet King really cares about that. Hilzuni now, nice inverted DDT onto Noah North. And now Janet King, big knee strike to the legs, I believe, onto Hilzuni. Really nice. Looking for a belly to belly, but no. She can't seem to lift her up. Nowhere North. It's one of the bigger women here in the NR Women's roster. Hilzuni with a nice kick to the back. And Nowhere North and Hilzuni look to be teaming up on Janet Kane here. Janet Kane is more of an outsider here. She did not train as a professional wrestler. She trained as a bare knuckle fighter, where there were no holds barred. Hilzuni now got Janet's arm trapped and dropping it down. Hilzuni backing North into a corner here. Nice quick brainbuster. Didn't seem to lift her up all the way, but that's enough damage to hurt Nowhere North. Now Hilzuni, quick stomp to the face. Nowhere will not like that. Looking for another drop kick, but Janet saw it coming, and a quick clothesline. Janet King now picking up Hilzuni. Quick body shot. Putting in that MMA training for her pinnacle fights. Oh, what a clothesline by Nowhere North. Hilzuni is Alex out of it. Now Janet King with some quick elbows. Going for belly to belly, but no. Hilzuni fighting back here. Janet King looks enraged by those strikes and transitions to a beautiful neck breaker. Now Janet King, what's about to happen here? No, Nowhere North, a nice counter. Looking for another bicycle knee she hit earlier, but Janet King managed to counter it. Now strikes her way into the corner, but Nowhere North got on the top rope. No, Janet King counters. And a nice, another clothesline. And Janet King looks enraged here. And now Luthi's pressed right onto Hilzuni. Now she's calling up to her feet. She wants her back up immediately, but no, Nowhere North just stops her momentum. And now look at this. Look at this double team here. Oh my God! Just those vicious kicks to the head. That definitely will give you a concussion. But now Hilzuni goes for a nice suplex. Oh God, Janet King's right there. She better be careful. Oh God, that was close to landing right on her back. That could have been very dangerous. 3 beautiful suplexes from Hilzuni. The 3 amigos. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. Beautiful Michinoku driver. And now Hilzuni going into the corner, calling Janet King back to her feet. She's on her knees here. What an enziguri! And Janet King looks out of it. But however, Hilzuni did not go for the pin. Nice Spanish flip. I think that's what it's called. I don't have great wrestling research. But now Hilzuni going for a frog splash, tributing to Eddie Guerrero once again. However, could not hit it. But now Janet King got her up. Oh! Very nice move there. Fireman's carrying to that spinebuster. 1, 2. No. Nowhere North kicks out. Janet King does not look happy. And, oh man, just a quick strike onto Hilzuni, enraged once again. Making these reckless attacks. And look at this, Janet King with a gator roll here on Hilzuni. Trying to do as much damage as he can. And now focusing her attack on Nowhere North. Look at this. What a quick backbreaker off the ropes. And going for another pin. 1, 2, no. Nowhere North kicking out again. A kick to the back from Janet King. Now Hilzuni with a kick to the face. Step up kick, drop kick right there. Hilzuni go for the pin. 1, 2, no. All 3 women now are trying to get a pinfall here. They're trying to get someone out. But they all just keep fighting back. They want that women's championship. Hilzuni again with another drop kick. And again another pin. Nowhere North hyping up the crowd here. She better be careful with that. Another kickoff from Janet King. Now Hilzuni tried to do something, but she couldn't seem to hit it. Both men missing on their attacks. What is this? Nowhere North. Let me go for something here. Fireman's carry. Oh my God, what an incredible move by Nowhere North. Wait a minute. Hilzuni, Janet King tried to go for something there, but Nowhere North saw it coming. What a DDT. Lifted it up a little bit too. transitioning to a pin. Very nice from Noah North, but it was only a 2 count. Now, Janet King fighting back, and Hilzuni is going to let this action keep going. Once again, Janet King go for a Luthi's press, but in the middle of that, Hilzuni hits a beautiful enziguri during the Luthi's press from Janet King, and I'll go to the pin on Noah North. 1, 2, no. Very clever from Hilzuni. A very nice move. Oh man, nice, and another counter again. Now Janet King throwing Hilzuni to the corner, taking her down, but Hilzuni will not have any of it. I think Janet King's looking to go for some MMA techniques right there. Going for some body blows, but Hilzuni sees it coming. What a counter by Janet King! And Noah North showboating a little bit. Nice elbow. Janet King, however, missed that strike. Might have not helped. Noah North to the kick, right to the stomach. And now what is this? Got up on her feet again. Noah North once again with that beautiful move, but commonly into a pin. 1, 2, and that's it. The bare knuckle champion has just been pinned by Noah North, and she seems very excited. And now a nice counter. Hilzuni tried to get the upper hand, but no. What a kick! But this time it's not a fireman's carry. Going for her finisher again into a pin combo. 1, 2, and 3. Noah North eliminates both women, and now is the final entrant in the Women's Championship match for episode 8. What a match from these 3 women. A lot of beautiful moves. I have to give respect to Noah North on her win tonight. The plethora of moves that she has is incredible. Look at this counter. Look at this by Hilzuni. During that Luthi's press, she hits an enziguri on Janet King. And as I was saying, Noah North, incredible combination of moves she has in her skill set. I'm wishing her good luck as she joins Jaya Lee, Queen Bee Lene Sinclair, in a surprise entrant that we will see on episode 8 for the Women's Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Tyler Scales, your voice and commentator of the Akuma's Dojo, signing off. Have a good night.